there aren't a lot of different sectors to choose from in the fixed income space, and there really isn't a lot of diversity within those sectors in terms of different names. And as I was explaining how some of these U.S. or European products work, it really became plain to me just how much more diversity there is offshore than you really have here at the local time. So I think something I'd like to pose here is that if you are a domestic fixed income investor, you might want to better evaluate how much diversification you have within your fixed income investments, and maybe that's an area of concern.
No, but what's my point was that for an individual investor, for whom fixed income as an alternative, it is available in the post office. You have guaranteed income scheme available to individual investors. So what is the case for him for investing abroad in fixed income?
Well, this is the point I'm trying to make. I think a lot of people look at where local rates are here and say, okay, I can invest at 8 or 9%, and I look at abroad and I say, okay, here's a AA US product and it's yielding 5.5%. So why would I do that? So the point I'm trying to make is, one, naturally you have to consider things like what is the inflation rate here versus the inflation rate in the U.S. in terms of what your real returns would be. But the point I'm trying to make is I think you have to be more concerned about how well diversified your fixed income portfolio is, and that's what I'm trying to get at. Is even though the yields may not be as attractive offshore on a nominal basis, I think you have to consider how well you're diversifying your portfolio, because you could run into problems here if you had, say some similar credit crisis here, or just if you had some companies fail. I think it would have much more of an impact on your fixed income portfolio here versus abroad, because you don't have the diversification.
Come to you, Nick. Which is the Indian investor had it simple so far. You had diversified equity fund and all kind of equity products on offer domestically, and suddenly what Mr. Kurian was saying, that 20 funds on offer, and all are unique in its own way compared to the homogeneity of our domestic fund universe. So even with the limited universe, there is a problem of choice and selection of a strategy. And these are early days for Indian investors. When he's getting started, it's almost like kicking the tires for him. So what should be his approach to choosing a strategy? Because what Mr. Kurian was saying, that there's a gold fund which invests in gold mining companies. We have exotic products on offer of these trading